Welcome back. I thought this was going to be a restful end of the year, take a little break, listen to some music, kick back, relax, and then this shows up in my mailbox. This is the KBEAR Believe. And I had made arrangements with the Better Audio store on Amazon, and I had asked them about the tracking number, and they had never replied to me, so I assumed it was either still processing or if it had shipped. I wasn't really going to see it until January or February, so I haven't really talked about it. I sort of knew that it was on the way. I had no expectation it was going to show up in December, so it kind of caught me off guard. But here it is, and I am super lucky to have this one in my hands as the supply of them is a little more limited, and we'll get into that towards the end. So if you remember the story on the Diamond, so about a year ago, I had actually purchased the KBEAR Diamond from the Better Audio store on Amazon because this was right at the beginning of the pandemic and China had actually shut down. So AliExpress was not really shipping anything, and I had an Amazon gift certificate, so I ended up purchasing the Diamond on Amazon.com for roughly the same price as it was on AliExpress. And it was a wise purchase at the time because AliExpress wasn't really shipping at anything. So metal shells, carbon fiber backplate, a couple vent holes, and you'll see essentially the Believe, in order to keep costs at a reduced level because the driver itself is pure beryllium and very expensive. They reuse the same shells essentially, just colored black, but you can see same markings, same vent hole here. There's a vent hole right over there by my finger. They did change the back plate, so instead of a stealthy carbon fiber, you get this more electric blue pattern, and the logo itself is silver instead of gold. But other than that, identical except for the actual grill, which appears to be a super fine something with looks like another metal grill behind it. And this Diamond was more of a straight up metal mesh. So I'm not sure what they're calling that or what exactly that is, but I noticed it was a difference when I pulled it straight out of the box. So shell wise, quite similar, just a little slightly different look. So second, the cables are a bit different. This was a silver plated copper, oxygen free copper cable. And if you remember the story on the Diamond, Larry Fulton from Audio Reviews, who tuned the Diamond, they had made recommendations to KBEAR on this specific cable, and this is the cable they ended up with shipping. So paired it with the Diamond to keep a sound that was consistent with how he tuned it. So again, back at the time, this was a very nice silver-plated copper cable, and that was the story behind it. So now with the Believe, this is a Litz OCC cable. So I think it's a 6N OCC cable, Litz OCC cable. And if you look closely, this one will remind you of one that I've showed in some other videos. This is the nice HCK Litz OCC cable. And perhaps if you look close enough, you can spot the difference and let me know what the difference is because I don't really see one. Other than the connectors themselves, the KBEAR connectors are actually quite nice compared to the minimal black connectors on the nice HCK cable. So good possibility they are the same material, and maybe someday I will measure them just to get a quick reference. But super nice cable anyway. So leather case is exactly the same one that came with the Diamond. Tips, you get these are foam tips. They look not quite memory foam. I think they're just straight up foam. They don't really have any memory to them. And you also get 2 packs of typical silicone ear tips. So much like my Diamond tips, which are still in the bag, these will probably remain in the bag as well. And I'll find some Azel tips or some flip tips, something other than the stock tips to use. So business-wise, if you remember back on 11/11, the KBEAR official store had the Believe for a very discounted price. I don't remember what it was at the time, but it was quite low. And right after 11/11, KBEAR put out this message saying, we basically sold a lot of them, and due to the difficulty in manufacturing the beryllium driver, we're going to have a very limited stock of them for the foreseeable future. And I think they threw out about 20 units. And at that time, the Believe also disappeared from other AliExpress stores. And I had asked one, I said, what happened to the Believe? And they just said that KBEAR was going to go to a direct model and we weren't going to carry it anymore. So even if you look on it today, I think the KBEAR official store may be the only one who has it. So at the same time, I think a couple weeks later, after Bad Guy, Good Audio Reviews, I think he put out his review. And right after he put out his review, he's kind of ended it by saying, good luck trying to find it. And he was right. It was nowhere to be seen. I think the AliExpress store didn't really have any stock. I had posted a couple messages about the Better Audio store because they had received 5 units. And I said, if you're really interested in the Believe, grab one of the 5 because they're going to disappear quickly right after his review. Because he kind of confirmed that it's just a really good set. And it is. And I hope everyone else who says it's a good set, I think from all the reviews that I've ran across so far, everyone says it's kind of a top-notch set. So I do believe it. I don't think that was just hype. And as the supply dwindled, it became kind of a more difficult unit to acquire. So now, at the time, right after that happened, the 5 units on Amazon disappear. I had sent a note to Better Audio Store, and I said, what's the situation? And they said, oh, we can send you one direct from China. So if you remember, I think I had actually posted this after the Better Audio Store had updated their listing to say, we'll ship it to you not by Prime today, but it was 3 or 4 weeks. So that's what that meant, was they were going to ship them directly from KBEAR from China because the Better Audio Store is now their partner or official partner on Believe for Amazon. So if you're interested in picking up the Believe, but faster shipping now, you could actually buy it directly. Now it's in stock again on the Better Audio Store, just a bit more money, but you get 2-day shipping and the return policy and all that other stuff. So yeah, a bunch of weird things happen behind the scenes on the availability of the Believe. So I was never really certain it was going to show up in my house after watching all this transpire. But, when someone says, oh, we'll ship you one from China and never sends the tracking number, I was just kind of like, I don't know if they're blowing me off or maybe something's going to show up someday. So very much thank you to the Better Audio Store for shipping this one out to me. And I very much look forward to putting this one in my ears and getting some time on it. So again, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.